Off Limits is the money podcast that blows up stereotypes, showing you that managing money doesn't have to be hard.
We want you to thrive, not only with your money, but in every part of your life.
What you will get out of this podcast is real, relatable, and relevant tips and strategies that you can apply today. Hi, I'm Donald Raymond, and this is
Christine Spiak. We are money coaches, business owners, and colleagues who are passionate about helping you become more of who you are. So if you're ready, join us.
Well, good morning, Christine. We're, podcasters now, but I think there's a big difference between contentment and complacency. And so when we stop improving, when we stop trying, we're being complacent, right? We're comfortable. You said getting out of the comfort zone, right? And I really love that because it can be very powerful to get out of your comfort zone. Also.
So you know what else I'm hearing as you kind of asked those couple of questions and then went into the book and his takeaway, the work ethic, and that's something that you aligned with. I was also hearing and thinking of the word consistency. So yeah, you have great work ethic. And it's because you're consistent. You're showing up every day. You're doing the things you need to do. And when you consistently do the right things over and over, then you get the results that you're most often looking for. And when you do the wrong things over and over.
There you go. Yep. Well, here we are, Christine. Another episode. I guess we made it. We made it through the first one, and really looking forward to hearing what people have to say. And here we are again.
I know. I'm so proud of us. We did it. What are we talking about today?
All right, Christine. So what are we talking about today?
Why is managing my money so hard?
I couldn't agree with you more. And you know what I also think? So for you, your word of the year is growth. And for me, I am focusing on creating one new habit this year. And that habit is more free time. Because going back to what I was saying earlier, when I am stressed and overscheduled, I am not living my best life. I am not making the best decisions. So to work more free time into every day, it has given me such clarity. It's given me time to pause. It's given me time to think, am I aligning my values with the actions that I'm taking? You know, something that you say often. So that's what we really want the people who are listening and watching this podcast today to come away with. How do you be more of who you are?
When we started to think about money in terms of maybe how we were raised or conversations we have as coaches with you guys who are coming to us wanting to improve, we started to realize, or at least I can say that I know I've realized, and even with the way that I was raised, this money topic has just always been off limits. And growing up in my house, if there was anything that had a financial aspect to it, it was quite literally off limits. We just couldn't talk about it. So, Christine, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about your gut.
That's right. Out of sight, out of mind. We just don't interact with it. Well, we're here to tell you should. And beyond that, we're going to show you how. Right, Christine?
Yeah, and that's the part that I'm excited about. I actually love talking about money. I love getting into people's lives on a deeper level and really understanding what they want out of life. Because let me tell you, nobody's sitting there saying, I want to be the richest person on earth because that's what's really going to make me happy. They want to travel. They want to retire. They want to spend time with their kids. Money is how they get there, but money is really not what people are seeking. So if money is holding you back from being who you really want to be, so how do you fix that? What do you do?
That's a great question, isn't it? And I think it's a pretty simple answer, honestly. So generically, you just take that first step and then another and then another. But more importantly, we need to know what direction we're going, right? And that I think is a really where a financial coach or a life coach or a career coach, I mean, this is where a coach kind of lives as a value to anybody.
So my daughter recently said to me, and I was like blown over. I wish it was recorded, but obviously, I talk about money with her all the time, managing her money, spend, save, give, having an emergency fund, all of these things. She used her emergency fund to, when she cracked her phone, she bought the new screen protector and And she still has yet to replenish that emergency fund. And I'm always talking to her about it, right? One day out of the blue, we're having a conversation and she said to me, Mom, I'm really glad you're teaching me everything that you're teaching me because I know it's all gonna benefit me one day. And I was just like,
whoa!
I really think my
that's
jaw
awesome.
dropped to the ground, and I was just blown away, shocked by what she said. So, what we tell our kids, what we show our kids, they are hearing and they are learning everything. I say it all the time. Everything bad habit of mine, my daughter also has. Right? It's because she's learning all the good and the bad.
That's right.
If you have healthy money habits, and the reason why I frame it like that, right? Because it really is a habit. Brushing your teeth, locking your door, going, laying your clothes out at night for work the next day, making your lunch ahead of time, whatever your just daily habits are. If you have good daily money habits, it's just part of who you are. You're never going to get, so far off course, right? Because it's just how you spend your money, how you handle your money. It's just a habit.
So here we are, Christine, for the third time now, recording this episode number 6 on Spring Has Sprung. And
yes,
you want to tell our audience what happened? Even though I was obviously not perfect and still am not perfect and never will be, and that's okay. I just try to be a little bit better each day, right? It's that idea of take one step and then take one more. Those behaviors, those examples that I created opportunities for me that I didn't know were coming. And all of that kind of culminated in an opportunity for me to eventually take on full-time financial coaching as a full-time gig. And again, that accountability, knowing that somebody was watching what I was doing. Not in a
it's huge.
Not in a weird way, not in a creepy way or a bad way, but in a really, really powerful way, right? Like it was important to them to model some of their behaviors after my own. And that really, that kind of, it broke me a little bit. It shook me a little bit because, now there's people that want to become, at least in part, like me. And they're asking for my guidance, my advice, my mentorship. They want to partner with me.
It's very humbling.
It is.
Right? Donald, I am so excited today to talk about our episode topic, which is Celebrate the Win.
Yeah, celebrate the win. So we could celebrate lots of different things. On our channel, we talk about more than just finance, but we are going to focus on finances today, right? We're going to celebrate financial wins.
Yeah. Money can be hard. Talking about it can be hard. Managing it can be hard, but it really doesn't have to be if in our society, we didn't have such this stigma and this bad connotation towards money.
A title of our last show or 2 shows ago was More of Who You Are, right? And I mean, this really speaks to that. I feel like it's this idea that, and I said it, I just got better at repeating, right? And doing these behaviors, these habits that I had learned, to looking back now, getting into debt, deeper and deeper debt.
I have a very good friend and we joke, we're the yin and the yang. We come at life, we approach life from 2 very different ways, 2 very different perspectives, and we learn from each other because of it.
Sure.
And so when I look at who those 5 people are, they're all different in some way and they're all positive. They all leave me feeling refueled, regenerated. They fill me up. They support me. And I think that's important. Then there's this other inner voice of us that's fear, that's driven by fear, which is very different from your intuition. Intuition comes from a place of calm. Fear comes from a place of stress and anxiety. So I think maybe this is an assumption. It doesn't have anything to do with any kind of studies or research I've done. But I think maybe
you're just following your intuition.
Right. I think maybe people don't lean into their intuition because they can't discern it from what's fear, stress, and anxiety to what's my calm inner voice telling me in this moment.
Make a small change, learn from it. Make a bigger change, learn from that. Repeat, right? This is kind of how I've been living my life for several years now, and it really works, and I think it's easy to say that, but start putting that into practice in your life for whatever that means, right? Whether you're, and any stage of life, at any different age range, whatever your social status is, whatever your employment status is, it doesn't really matter, right? Just make a change, identify and make a change. Doesn't matter what it is, right, wrong, indifferent. The point is you're going to take an action, right? You're going to learn from that action, which now we've got new information. Now you've got a little bit of courage. You did something and the world didn't explode, right? So I make an adjustment. I did something. Maybe it worked. Maybe it didn't. I'm going to do something a little bit different. Maybe I'm going to take a little bit bigger risk. I'm going to dip my toe a little farther into that water, and then I'm going to adjust from that. And I'm just going to keep doing this over and over and over. It will breed confidence over time.
Welcome, Christine. We are thrilled to have you join us on this episode of Off Limits.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I'm very excited.
I'm excited because you're our first guest. It's thrilling for me that now we were graduating from just doing these episodes to having an interview.
And I just saw me never being able to be debt free. And I just wanted to be debt free so bad. I need a person. I'm a teacher. I'm an extrovert, man. I need people. And I need a person there to be by my side the entire time. And that's what Christina has done. I mean, I can text her, I can call her, email her and be like, I got a question. And she gets back to me. I love her little monthly appointments. And it's just having someone there who I know has got my back. And there's no such thing as a stupid question. She's never made me feel embarrassed or ashamed or anything when I've come to her. It's a really good feeling. Really good feeling.
What is going to either propel you toward the goal of that vision that you have for your future self or get in your way? And we don't want money to be off limits. We have a healthy relationship with money. You don't need to go around with a name tag that says, hi, my name is John Doe and I make this much money a year, but why be embarrassed about it? And why walk around with that burden that Christine, you just so eloquently kind of described, right? Where you're carrying this weight, this burden around because you don't know where the money's going to come from to pay that next bill. And a lot of that just comes from this concept of the money being off limits, right? Episode 8, we're talking about being the tortoise. What does it mean to be a tortoise? Are we talking about an episode of Wild Kratts here? Do you know who they are? My son loves them.
No clue. No clue.
You don't know the Wild Kratts? Wow. Okay. So plug for anyone with a, I'll call it less than 10 years old.
So for me, the tortoise, the picture I have hanging in my bathroom cupboard was a card somebody sent me once. And it's a very beautiful artwork painting of a tortoise on a path, walking past poppy fields, headed towards trees. And I probably don't look at it every day because it's been hanging in my bathroom cupboard for years now. But I did this morning because I knew we were filming this episode. And truly, that to me is contentment. This tortoise is content on this path, headed towards its future, enjoying life, stopping smelling the roses, not feeling like you have to keep up with the Joneses or always just be impulsive by living in the moment, right? There is a time and place for that. We're not saying never live in the moment, never make a urgent or impulsive action in your life. But if that is overwhelmingly the majority of how you're living your life, then going back to Donald's earlier point of making dinner every night probably isn't fun for you and your household, right? If you're always in that moment, it's 5:00. What am I going to cook? What am I feeding the kids
scramble.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Now I'm spending more money because instead of going to the grocery store to buy my groceries for the week, I'm running to a convenience store and I'm picking up the things that I need. So you're just perpetuating this.
I think it causes stress and anxiety.
Spending more money.
Yeah, it all falls in the category of stress and anxiety, and it's unnecessary, right? There are things that, just like with the urgency, we talked about urgency, and if it's life or death, that is urgent, right? That is very, very urgent. And so there are things that just inherently induce stress, right, and anxiety, and those things are always going to be there. So why would you want to invite that into other areas of your life where it's avoidable, right? Well, here we are, Christine, episode 9. It's our second to last episode of season 1. So next time we'll do our best of. It'll just be a mashup of all a lot of moments from season 1 all put together into one episode. But today we have a guest with us. You brought one of your clients. So you want to introduce her to us?
What do you want the people listening to this interview to take away? What's important to you that they hear?
You need to do it. You need to do it. you may think that I got this, my money is working for me, but I'm telling you, your money can work harder. All right. And it may be everything's fine and we can afford our nice little vacation and, you know, whatever else you have going on in your life, but your money can go further. And you really have to figure out, are you working for the money or is the money working for you? All right. And you realize that your money can work for you and it should work for you. And I just don't think people realize. They think they're doing fine and you could do better. Doesn't mean you're doing bad, but there's a better way. And I just wish that people knew that. And people who think there's no way I'm getting out of this hole. Yes, you are. I was in the hole and I had my little flat screen TV and I had my mini fridge and I was going to move into the hole because that's where I was stuck. I was never going to get out of the hole. I'm just going to stay here and feel sorry for myself. And I'm out of the hole. Like I'm fully out of the hole. Yes, I still have some debt, but that's going to be gone. Like I got a plan. And now I'm chilling outside the hole and the view is a whole lot better. I'm just telling you.
I love that. I love that.
You can make a change and you can do better. And there is light on the other side, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
That's my quote. My quote is, there's a light at the end of the tunnel and mine is a disco ball.
I love it.
I like is that your quote?
Yes.
Or
that's my quote.
Oh, okay.
Light at the end of the tunnel and my light's a disco ball and I'm going to party hard once I get through that tunnel.
Yes.
We need to get that trademarked.
So let's hear your book recommendation.
Okay, my book recommendation, it's Counting by Sevens, and Holly Goldberg Sloan is the author. It's a young adult book. It's a kid's book. I do read, but a lot of I'm a history teacher, so it's a little boring. I had to read this book with my son for school. We read it together, and it literally changed my life. Wow. I highly recommend it. I don't want to give it away too much, but it's about a little girl and how she changes her world and everyone around her, and she doesn't even know it. It's just fabulous.
Focused, she's passionate, she wants it, and she's setting herself up for success to actually attain it.
I think we need to do something. We need to go ahead and put on the calendar now, 12 months follow-up. We'll do another interview,
right,
see what it looks like, and we'll just let everybody in on the progress, you know. And and my prediction is that you're going to be farther ahead than you expected to be.
Unless there's some big setback, there's no doubt in my mind she'll be further ahead.
Next season, I think, is all about the nerds. It's all about the people that love the details, love budgeting, and maybe if you didn't, maybe you'll learn too. So hopefully
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right. That's right. I love it.
Yeah.
This show has the power to change lives. All right. Be well. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll see everybody next time.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
We'll take care.
All right. Be well. Thank you.
Bye.
So that's it for episode 6. I sure am hoping that this is the last time that we're recording it and we're moving on to episode 7. So with that, thank you very much, Donald. Have a great day. And I look forward to speaking with you again.
And, for now, we'll see you later.
All right. Thanks, Donald. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. As always, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Donald, for your time today.
Same here. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, great to meet you again, and we will see everybody in season 2.
Thank you for your time, and talk to you soon, Donald. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Off Limits.
Beyond the podcast, we are money coaches who want to help you.
So if you are looking for help managing your money, use the links in the description below to contact either of us and learn how coaching can help you thrive.
Lastly, please help us to spread the word by subscribing, leaving a comment, and sharing our podcast with your friends and family.